Now, I hate Kickstarter. That's not news. Me and Kickstarter, we had beef for a while. But this new site I wanted to talk about, they're doing an interesting twist on crowdfunding. This is something that I think more people should take a cue from, especially Kickstarter. It's called Fig, and they crowdfund video games. But the cool thing is they let the player share the profit. They let whoever puts in the money get a return on it. This new crowdfunding site promises to help. This is from Forbes. It promises to help designers make better video games and give players a way to make investments, not just donation. It launched last Tuesday. And the difference, like I said before, between Kickstarter and Indiegogo, it only hosts one campaign every month. So it highlights one game chosen by the company. And then the participating game studios, they're going to work with the site to make the fundraiser happen. So that's the cool thing, too. So you don't just donate your money and then you hear from them once a month via email saying everything's cool. Meanwhile, their office is on fire and the FBI is raiding everything. No. It's like a step-by-step process of what's going on. You're actually you're invested in it. You're incorporated. Like, you're part of the fold. The CEO of this company, he was actually the previous CEO at Double Fine, who were pretty much responsible for Kickstarter blowing up. I think they were the ones that first crowdfunding campaign they did was the one that really got Kickstarter out in the ether. What's this dude's name? Justin Bailey. Yeah, he was at Double Fine. Let's see. And he said it was born out of sharing information between indie designers who wanted to fund their own projects. He has a quote here. We had a bunch of developers coming to... I cannot read. Honestly, how did I go to college? We had a bunch of developers coming to us asking if they should consider crowdfunding. And then when they decided to do it, we helped structure and then give them feedback for their campaigns. We finally figured out we've got this amazing ecosystem that exists. We should formalize it. It's based in San Francisco, and they were funded by some venture capital company. We have more money than you, Inc. What's it? Spark Capital or some shit? Yeah, so it just launched, and I really want to see where this goes because I had a previous rant earlier saying one of my biggest problems with Kickstarter is you donate the money and... yeah, sure, you may get the game and a t-shirt or something like that, but they profit off that. You get no return for the thing that you helped fund, that you helped. And how Fig works is they still do have that normal donation model, too. So if you do just want to donate, say like $5 or something, and, you want to be hands-off, you can do that. Or if you do want to invest, you have that option as well, which is a very big thing. Now, I wonder if we're going to see Kickstarter or Indiegogo taking cues from this. I mean, I don't think Kickstarter's going to have to, honestly, because they get money either way. They just they take a little bit off the top of every transaction that happens on Kickstarter. So I don't know if they'll have to, but no, I think I might change my tune on that because I don't know. Kickstarter's like kind of riding a grace period right now. It has kind of the novelty of it being a new thing. And, certain things, there have been certain success stories, but it's in this grace period now where I don't know if it can last too much because you just hear an overwhelming amount of negative stories coming out of it. Stories where people get the money, then just cut and run, or projects never being funded, or the debacle that's going on with Mighty Number 9 and Red Ash. And it's like starting to taint the name because we're reaching that teetering point where the negative is outweighing the positive. I mean, even E3, in my last rant, how Sony, they brought out the lead for Shenmue 3, and they announced his Kickstarter campaign and told you to go donate to it. A motherfucking video game publisher brought out a game developer on the biggest stage of the gaming year and told you to go donate to his game so it can get made. The publisher, the people with the big pockets who can make the game happen. And Kickstarter has kind of been bastardized now. People are using it as a template saying, hey, look, people want our game. They're using it as an indicator of demand, which is kind of fucked up when you're dealing with other people's money. And yeah, so we're seeing that tune changing on them, and I don't know how long that can last. And especially when you have other options too, like Indiegogo. So we may start to see a switch, depending on how Fig goes. It's still early. It's only a week old. The CEO hasn't come out with a story of him banging Filipino ladyboys yet. The news hasn't come out yet, but it's promising. I like where it's going. Or at the very least, I like people are trying to change the crowdfunding model, because it is a good idea with its own problems, but it's in its infancy, and we're only going to see that grow. It's only going to get better. And this company has some good people behind it. It has a lot of veterans. Tim Schafer, he founded Double Fine. He designed Grim Fandango, Psychonauts, and Fergus Urquhart. I'm sorry, that's a badass name, Fergus. He's the CEO of Obsidian. He designed Fallout 2, Baldur's Gate. And Brian Fargo, I don't know this dude. He's the CEO of In Exile Entertainment. He designed Wasteland and The Bard's Tale. Never heard of it. But yeah, they'll all sit on the advisory board, and they participate in the pitch process, and they participate in mentoring the developers using the platform. Oh, and they'll also use it to crowdfund upcoming games from their own studios. They have another quote here. Fergus, Tim, and I have all experienced the many challenges of bringing our games to market and nurturing great talent along the way. Fargo said they're proud to be creating an ecosystem that better supports developers and their fans in the quest to bring their passion projects to life. And we believe Fig will become the best option to get games funded in the future. And see, that's just the people behind it. That's why right now I have certain confidence in it. Because like I said, Double Fine was kind of the one that kind of made Kickstarter, they got their name out there. They were the ones that made it a household name. And now that they're behind this, you could kind of see the same thing happening. And especially with the wave of negativity that's going on there now. So yeah, the first campaign is Outer Wilds. It's an open world exploration game. It won some award, the Independent Games Festival. Now its goal is $125,000. Oh, and if it hits it, the creator, Alex Bucham, they'll use the money to upgrade the game's artwork, polish the game's systems, and add more content to it. And I like there isn't a ton of stretch goals like Kickstarter had, where it would reach its goal, but then they would just add in a whole nother mess of crap where they need another $500,000 is just set to further piss people off. But I like where this is going, man. Let's see what gets churned out here. Hopefully something good comes out of it. I don't know yet. It's still too early to tell, but whatever.